What is Hmongoose? Hey, 안녕하세요 YouTube. What's up? And thank you for joining me today. Today I will be discussing the official explanation of what Hmongoose is. Here we go. Okay, so today is the day. Believe it or not, I actually have not done very much in terms of Hmongoose. I keep finding old Paradise stuff and I've been uploading it just for record keeping sake. I get the impression that, well, if I don't do it, then no one else will. But that being said, I definitely have more Paradise material, but I can't keep pushing Hmongoose to the side, so hence this video. Let's get it out of the way. You know what to do if you haven't already. Please support this channel by subscribing, liking, sharing, and hitting the bell notification button, especially if you like this content. Foremost, thank you to all subscribers who participated in the last Hmongoose Moment. If you don't know what Hmongoose Moment is, it's an interactive question where I ask, and I've only done it once, so you're not missing out on a whole lot. You can directly be featured in a future video by replying. In certain cases, you can actually control what happens in the next upcoming video. So previously, at the last Hmongoose Moment, I asked 2 questions. Number 1, what does Hmongoose bring to mind, and what should Hmongoose be? Here's a selection of the responses and comments. Alex Yang wrote, Goose Daddy, and I see a bunch of Hmong people drinking Grey Goose. Cheers. Goose Daddy, for those who don't know, they were friends and folks that ran security for the previous Paradise concerts, and they're also concert promoters themselves. Alex specifically knows Isaac, so shout out to the Goose Daddy family and thank you for all they've done in the past. Now in regards to Grey Goose, that's not quite a bad idea. I'm Good wrote that number 1, I think of the bike brand / Hmong Duck. Number 2, whatever it is, it should be expensive and delicious. Hmongoose is misspelled according to my autocorrect. Ha ha ha. Hmongoose, not Hmong Duck. However, how about Hmongoose? So, Hmongoose shouldn't be autocorrected to Hmongoose. Hmongoose needs to be added to the dictionary. Let's make it so prominent and popular that, well, it does. So, I decided to Google Hmongoose because I love the animal so much. You guys remember Rikki Tikki Tavi? Rikki Tikki Tavi. If you don't, YouTube it or look it up. A great book. Childhood book of mine. So I Googled, what does Hmongoose represent? The male Hmongoose represents independence. Hmongoose is said to have the magical attributes of defense, protection, and destroying evil. They are deep, intelligent, and often intense thinkers that stand up for what they believe in, regardless of the consequences. Hmongooses would rather be hated than be phony, and some that can't handle their opinionated nature have a hard time not being offended by their outspoken intensity. I wouldn't describe myself as outspoken, but when I do speak, I tend to have an effect on people. Let's see if I live up to that description. Moving on, Cheng Vu writes, Hmongoose automatically makes me think of the bike brand. Hmongoose should be a record label or recording studio for aspiring artists. Hmongoose is a pretty reputable bike company. Thank you. I take that as a compliment. But in regards to being a record label, that's an interesting thought. You might be onto something. Jan Tao writes, Hmongoose, 1. A mongoose is a dominant animal in the animal kingdom, so I assume the mongoose is a dominant Hmong. What a mongoose is, or should be, is a collaboration of great Hmong band / music talents. This is my theory, based on your talent and the fading of paradise and the lighting of Hmongoose in your final video. By the way, he's talking about episode 7 of my Paradise Tribute. Click on it above, but only after you've seen this video. Also, you mentioned it's one of the hardest things you've ever had to do. Leaving your family and, in a way, competing against them. Very good points. Now, I've been in the Hmong music industry for over 25 years. That is definitely something to chew on. And I absolutely agree, and it's absolutely true. Leaving Paradise was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. I joined Paradise at 15, and I pretty much spent my high school and college years with them. We used to practice 8 to 12 hours a day, Saturday and sometimes on Sundays. Hmong concerts were very different back then. I should do a video on that. But in regards to competing with them, it really depends on how you perceive competition. Competition indirectly implies a winner and a loser. More importantly, it depends, well, on your definition of what winning is. In my case, it's relatively radical and different. So I've had the chance and the privilege to play at sold-out shows. We've made multiple albums. I've composed music that people still listen to this day, and we've toured the largest Hmong communities in the U.S. And in that sense, I'm not interested in winning, if that's the criteria. As far as I'm concerned, I just really want to make good music, make friends, and spend time, especially with family. Annie Chang writes, number 1, Hmongoose from Shoshu, LOL. That's an inside comment. Number 2, although it might not relate to my answer number 1, I think it has something to do with family. A journey/adventure with you and your family. And shout out to your Colorado hat. Whoop whoop. Okay, so there's a lot to unpack there to understand what's going on here. So if you live in the Fresno Clovis area, then you've driven by Clovis and Ashland and have seen Moore's karate. They're actually not karate whatsoever. Once upon a time, I was a student there, a decent one too. Like other traditional Chinese martial arts, there's a system of techniques based on animals, animal features and habits, and they all kind of build on each other. Well, except for Hmongoose. Hmongoose is completely unorthodox. It's hard to categorize, and that's exactly what Hmongoose is, hard to categorize. A little bit of everything and nothing at the same time. And yes, I was wearing my Colorado hat as I am today, specifically Colorado Springs. Lushy Zong wrote, I envision a bunch of Minyo Hmong kids. I don't know why, LOL, or a music band. Number 2, I have no idea what Hmongoose is, but I am super excited to find out what it will be. Excellent. Trisha writes, your last video showcased your kids / family before we saw Hmongoose, so I'm thinking something with your family. Mai Yang wrote, number 1, a bunch of Hmong kids together. Number 2, I think Hmongoose represents your kids and Hmongoose and will be the name of your family vlog. Okay. So Lushy, Trisha, and Mai Yang are very correct. Who is Hmongoose? Without further ado,
Dun 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 dun. Hey, we are Hmongoose.
All right, please introduce yourselves and talk to the camera.
My name is Jang and I am 12 years old.
My name is Ching and I am 10. My name is Seng and I am 8. My name is Kashan. I'm 7. My name is Jaden and I'm 4.
Hi! So this is Hmongoose. Say bye, guys.
Bye.
1, 2, 3. Oh, so there is one more. It's this one right here. Her name is Mahli or Mahli. Mahli, can you say hi? Say hi. Say hi. Hi. Good night. Okay, so that being said, props to all the people that were able to correctly guess what Hmongoose is. Hmongoose very much is a family vlog. Most of it will be music, but a lot of it will be my vlog of our journey. So here's the thing, and I should probably do a video on the progression of my music composition. Music production has changed so much since the last time I seriously started to compose music. There's so much more that you can do now that you couldn't do before. There's so much more that is accessible. Now at the time, I was at a different time in my life. I feel 20 now, but I'm clearly not. And there's so much of me that I want to give and share with the community. At the same time, I've also picked up the camera again, and so much more again has changed. Here's the beauty of music. I get to express what I hear in my head and feel in my heart to you. At the same time, the camera has now allowed me to also express it further visually. So, Hmongoose is going to be a journey of growth in many different ways. Hmongoose is MFCE. Music and medicine, because that's what I do for a living. Faith and family, culture, and exploration. MFCE. Now, exploration entails nature of ideas and thoughts of Hmong and non-Hmong people. So if you haven't figured it out yet, Hmongoose Moment is very interactive. How you respond will likely directly affect the next video or series of videos, so don't take it lightly. If there are too many responses, I may only respond or get to or feature the first couple of responses. So you'll also come to know that I'll refer to all the other Hmongoose things such as Hmongoose message, Hmongoose reaction, Hmongoose music covers. What? Music covers? Yes, Hmongoose originals. That said, I want to formally invite all of you to join me on the wondrous journey I do plan to create high quality content that I hope will be enjoyable to everyone. These are things that and things are gonna get really interesting really quick, like gong chu quick. So if you haven't already, please do like, share, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications. Become a part of Team Hmongoose. And if you're new to this channel, check out my other videos above. Give me your thoughts on Hmongoose now that you know what it is. Okay, Shinji Dua. Say bye, Mahli. Bye. Shinji Dua. Shinji Dua. Bye.